Yes, hello everyone. How are you guys doing? Today we're starting on a very sad note. We got news this morning that the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Mr. Boris Johnson, just tested negative. Sorry, tested positive for the coronavirus disease. So he tested positive to the COVID 19 infection. That is such a very sad news. And I know some of you will say, hey, Chidi, why are you worried about UK when there is Nigeria and when you are also from Canada? Well, I tell you this, we identify with people who identify with their citizens. This man, Boris Johnson, just like Trump in the United States, even if he messes up sometimes, but they have been on their feet. They have been talking to their people every single day. My own Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, fine young man, he's been also talking to us every other day. There is no single day that he does not come to address the citizens of Canada, and he has all his ministers working. They are talking to the people. All the TV stations have been made to give us live updates of what is going on. And so, you see, people like this, we respect them. Okay, we respect them a lot. But when you come to a country like Nigeria, and we don't even know where our president is, and we want our president to address us, and our president is not addressing us. All they do is they tell us lies about where he is, what is actually happening to him, and how can we how can we be bothered about whatever goes on with them? And people have said, oh, Chidi, you're a Christian, don't wish people. I don't wish them anything. I didn't say I wish them anything. Whatever they sow, they are going to reap. It's not from me that they will get, that they will reap what they have, they will harvest what they have sown. It's not from me. It's not whether we say it or not. And so my heart really goes out to all our supporters, all our subscribers in UK, all our brothers and sisters who live there. I know that must have thrown you guys into a lot of concern, and but I know he will make this. He will make it through this period. Honestly, God will really help him. A lot of people have survived this, and I know and I trust that they will do everything within their power to make sure that they, um, that they help him through this period. People, it's not a death sentence. So our heart goes out to Boris Johnson and all of you there in the UK. Please continue to do your best to keep safe. Stay indoors unless you really have to go outside. Okay. So please, our love to all of you wherever you are in the UK. Our love to every one of you. Honestly speaking, we really really feel for you, because when the head is in disarray, it trickles down and it affects so many things, that there are decisions that he has to make. But even at that, he is still working from home. He is still working from home. He is still reaching out to his people, even from his quote unquote sick bed. You understand what I'm saying? And that is the mark of a leader. He came out and he communicated the situation to the people. He did not hide. He did not say, "Oh, I am I am the prime minister, so just tell them anything." You understand? No, they didn't start lying to us. In our own case in Nigeria, we have to discover this thing by ourselves. Nobody will tell you anything. If we didn't start shouting, if we didn't start making noise about Kyra, there's no way we would have known. If we didn't start making noise about all the people that members of House of Assembly, the senators, the governors, all of those people that we are suspecting that they were infected. If we didn't start making noise, if we didn't start doing our investigation, there is no way that we would have known. Is that how things are done? Is that a country? This one, the prime minister himself, he is the one that came out and he announced to everybody that, look, Mio, I have this illness, I am dealing with this illness. That's what the prime minister did. That's what a good leader does. Okay, so I don't understand. Let me play the video for you, because maybe you guys will be saying, Chidi, are you sure? Are you sure? Make you dey sure. You know, all these kind of things. Maybe it's not true. Maybe it's fake news. So make sure. Okay, so just to let you know that we know what we're talking about, I'm gonna go get the video and I'll play the video for you, just so you see that it is for real. I mean, this guy, he has the illness, and that is the situation. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go try and play the video for you so you guys can hear it from his mouth. Okay, just to let you guys know that what we're telling you is the truth. This guy actually announced it by himself that he has the coronavirus. So just listen to the video. Okay, let me put on the volume so you guys can hear it when I start to play the video. Okay, and after that, I'm gonna play you what is happening in our own country, Nigeria. So listen.
Hi folks, I want to bring you up to speed with something that's happening today, which is that I've developed mild symptoms of the coronavirus. That's to say, a temperature and a persistent cough. And on the advice of the chief medical officer, I've taken a test.
Let's start it from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning.
Hi folks, I want to bring you up to speed with something that's happening today, which is that I've developed mild symptoms of the coronavirus. That's to say, a temperature and a persistent cough. And on the advice of the chief medical officer, I've taken a test that has come out positive. So I am working from home, I'm self-isolating, and that's entirely the right thing to do. But be in no doubt that I can continue, thanks to the wizardry of modern technology, to communicate with all my top team to lead the national fight back against coronavirus. And I want to thank everybody who's involved. I want to thank, of course, above all, our amazing NHS staff. It was very moving last night to join in that national clap for the NHS. But it's not just the NHS, it's our police, social care workers, teachers, everybody who works in schools, the DWP staff, an amazing national effort by the public services, but also by every member of the British public who's volunteering. Incredible response. 600,000 people have volunteered to take part in a great national effort to protect people from the consequences of coronavirus. I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody who's working to keep our country going through this epidemic. And we will get through it. And the way we're going to get through it is, of course, by applying the measures that you'll have heard so much about. And the more effectively we all comply with those measures, the faster our country will come through this epidemic and the faster we'll bounce back. So thank you to everybody who's doing what I'm doing, working from home to stop the spread of the virus from household to household. That's the way we're going to win. We're going to beat it, and we're going to beat it together. Stay at home, protect the NHS, and save lives. Hi, folks.
So, you guys have heard the UK Prime Minister, um, trying to. I took that from our channel. You can go back to our channel, and you see the full video. But uh, whenever we switch over to talk about Nigeria, it's always a different thing. I don't whether they do us. I don't know. I don't know who do us. That's all I can say. I don't know who did us. And you go say, Chidi, wetin they do us? You tell me. Now the question when I dey ask. Wait, who do us? Eh? While other countries are making, just engaging themselves seriously, talking serious something. Oh yeah, switch over to Nigeria and see the difference. See the kind story, the kind gist wey you go dey hear on the Nigerian side. While other just when you listen to this one, make you take, and I will just say this is can I say unconfirmed, but we know say there is no smoke without fire. But our own na to spread the news. As we get the news, na so we dey spread am. If they come talk say the news no be wetin e be, okay, no problem, we go still come back here come tell una wetin be the latest. But as at now, the thing wey we dey hear now, na wetin we wan make you sef follow us here concerning your president and your chief of staff for Nigeria. Make you sef follow us. Say we here, we too will I go play am for you. Make you follow me here wetin I hear. Then we go talk after. Just listen.
You won't believe Buhari and Abakari and some people sneaked out of the country last night. This one is first-hand information. My friend's husband is an Air Force pilot. He came back from Dubai I think, almost 2 weeks ago. He's under quarantine. So he was called to go for the flights. But because he's under quarantine, in fact, she and the husband are on lockdown now. He had to do the flight plan for them, and then they got another pilot. Even the captain was angry that why would they expose them to that, blah, blah, blah. But Air Force now, you have to take commands and the rest. So as we are speaking now, the idiots have escaped, leaving us to our fate. But I pray they don't make it alive. Honestly, they say it's not good for you to pray for someone's death. This one, they deserve to die. They didn't fix this nation. They shut down everything, and they didn't even shut down on time, because if they had shut down the nation on time, this thing wouldn't have happened. We won't have these cases like that. But Buhari waited till his daughter and other of their children returned into the country before they shut down the next day. And now they are escaping out at night. You won't believe.
I think una follow me here. There is no smoke without fire. I don't talk am before. You dey hear am now. Say as we dey talk now, they no even dey for Nigeria, Sam, and you're hearing people, new cases being identified. Hospitals are not equipped. They don't even have the materials. The poor masses are suffering. If you talk, say, the story na lie, oh yeah, where is your president talking to you? Where is he? The chief of staff, we even heard, say Sahara reporters know the joke. Sahara reporters carried the news about Kyra, carried the news about where the president dey right now. We even hear say they try to land their plane. They no gree them. They no gree them to land their plane for somewhere. We don't even know where they don't land right now. But there is suspicion. Say they head to Cuba. They reject them as they won't land. So they head to Cuba. Now we don't know whether they don't land for Cuba. right now as we dey talk. I'm telling you, there is so much going on in Nigeria. If you open your eye, you go hear wetin dey happen. If you listen, you put your ear to the ground, you go know wetin, you go understand the bunch of useless leaders that we have in Nigeria. And you say, Chidi, why are you being so hard on them? Why will I not be so hard on people who will sit down and watch a population die and not do anything about it? You just watch a whole population just die like that. People are dying. Meanwhile, before now, like we have said 1,000 times, fix our hospitals, you say no. Repair roads, you say no. Pay doctors, you say no. You keep spending money. Every year, you go assign money to the state house. You know, people, when you plot evil against people, you think that you're God. You think there is no God. When you dig a hole for people, you yourself, now you go jump inside that hole. That trap that you set for people, that trap go catch you. That is your portion. It will happen. No, God will answer. If you know, okay, if you know, kill them, it go wound them. The kind wound jaw where you go wound them, they will not even understand. Instead of facing their wahala, because Sahara reporters revealed the story about Abba Kyra and all of the things that he did, what did they do? Now they are planning seriously to come and arrest S0W0RE. If you know the kind of plans that the federal government of Nigeria has for Moyole S0W0RE, you no go believe her. Let's go to Sahara reporters and let's just go there. But that's about the only reliable newspaper that I trust in Nigeria right now, because they are the only ones that will tell you the truth, even with all the things that the federal government of Nigeria has done against him. Still, his newspaper continues to preach the real news, the truth, fearlessly, and for exposing, that secret memo that Abba Kyra sent to those guys that he traveled with abroad, where he told them, all of them, make go test on ourselves. Sahara reporters published that one. And for that, listen to, this is what Omoyele S0W0RE has said. Omoyele S0W0RE raises alarm over a plot by Buhari's regime to rearrest him after Sahara reporters expose coronavirus in Aso Villa. Now, till this moment, the president has been unable to deny any of the reports, instead plotting to turn their anger on S0W0RE and Sahara reporters. Now, let's go to where the story is, so that you guys will read it together. Okay? Now, the presidency has not said, oh, this thing is, because they are very good at saying that. So we are waiting for them to come and say, the story, we can minimize them, so that we'll go read them together. Because sometimes, say if person see earthworm, it go be like snake. But when you call your brother, say, come help me see what I see, then all of them go understand them together. So it says, rights activists and journalists Omoyele S0W0RE has raised alarm over a plot. He has raised alarm. We can put on well, so that we go to see and make we leave this advert people before they come say, why you can't they show advert for our own this thing, and make we leave that one for them as our reporters. Okay, say right activist Omoyele S0W0RE has raised alarm over a plot by the Nigerian government to detain him over revelations by his news outlet Sahara reporters that Chief of Staff President Muhammadu Buhari, Abba Kyra, tested positive for coronavirus. On Monday night, Sahara reporters had exclusively reported that Kyra was ill and had contracted the deadly virus. The online news medium went ahead on Tuesday to break the story of 3 of Kyra's staff contracting the virus from him. They Till this moment, the presidency has been unable to deny any of the reports, instead plotting to turn their anger on S0W0RE and Sahara reporters. Now, in a message to his followers on Facebook on Thursday, S0W0RE said his lawyers had informed him of a high-powered delegation sent to the Federal High Court in Abuja to obtain a detention order. S0W0RE said, "Folks, it is important to inform you that we are facing some unusual situations and the days ahead might be tense and difficult." I got that message too. Says it might be, but we will conquer. Following the revelations by Sahara reporters that the chief of staff of Buhari contracted coronavirus, subsequent revelations about the criminal conduct negligence that has brought Nigeria to the nadir of this global pandemic, the Buhari regime today sent some high-powered delegation to the chief judge of the Federal High Court of Nigeria to help procure a detention order against me. The courts are reportedly on break due to COVID-19 pandemic. This was leaked to our lawyers a few minutes ago. The plan this time is to use Nigerian army for the sinister plot. Did you hear him? The plan is to obtain court order and send some soldiers to shoot up my residence in Abuja by claiming that I resisted arrest with armed colleagues. If I am arrested alive, they will take me to a military barracks in Abuja to be tortured or infected with COVID-19. I'm not raising the alarm to scare anyone. It is to inform our compatriots that we should brace ourselves for difficult days ahead. However, rest assured that we are in high spirits and totally convinced that we may be turning a historic corner in the face of brutal repression. I'm urging all of you to stand firm, unbowed and unbroken. This is what S0W0RE showed on his Facebook page, okay, where he released the story. And a lot of people in a WhatsApp group that I belong, all Nigerians in Canada, a lot of people came there and they were saying, "Oh, go and sit down, it's fake, it's not real, why are you raising a false alarm?" See, if you know who is Omoyele S0W0RE's lawyer, Femi Falana, and you understand the intricacies of this whole case, you will know that S0W0RE will not just get up and begin to jeopardize the credibility of Femi Falana. So all those of you who say, "Oh, it's fake news, it's fake news," you are just talking out of your ignorance, and I'll forgive you. But those of us who are in this thing seriously, who have put in so much, who have put staked so much, we've staked our whole life into this thing, we don't take it for granted. The people that we're dealing with, these guys can do and undo. We cannot take it for granted. We cannot joke with them. We know their history. We know what they are capable of doing. So when they say things, we know that they are serious. And the only defense we have against them is to spread the news, spread the truth about the situation. Remember, the federal government is always quick, very, very quick to come and deny statements and say, no, this is not what we're talking about, this is not what we mean. But this time around, they have not said anything. What does that tell you? If you're smart, you can read in between the lines. So that's the situation in Nigeria. They should face their problems. They should try to fix the country. They should attend to we're not even hearing about test kits in Nigeria. So that's why when they say 46 people, 47 people, it's a big lie. Why is it a big lie? How would you know who has contacted it when you are not even testing them? How many test kits, how many test facilities do we have in Nigeria? Very, very little. Okay, I heard that Buhari released 5 billion to NCDC, released 10 billion to the Association of Medical Doctors. Just that, Naira, 10 billion Naira is just about how many $million? Is that what they need? And up to today, there is no facility in Nigeria, no single facility in Nigeria that is dedicated, purpose-built to handle COVID-19 cases. None. All we have seen, remember when we had the first case in Nigeria, it was just a tent. The tent that you just put up, and how other countries are planning. The US in New York, they're planning to build 4 brand new hospitals. In Canada, they are doing so many things. Even if you're taking an old building and you're renovating it, but equip it with with facilities that are specifically for COVID-19. What they're doing in Nigeria is carrying all the things that has been donated to them. The billionaire in China, Koskaris, Adeboye, Paul Enenche, all of these people that have donated, the Dangote, and all the people, and the billionaire from China, all the people that donated to the federal government, they just packed the whole thing to Abuja. We're not seeing it in places where the people need them. It's going to end up in the hands of members of the Senate and members of the House of Assembly. The same people that refuse to build the hospitals for the citizens of this country. But let me see where they will go now. Maybe the disease is starting from the top class and coming down. And now they can't run to UK, they can't run to anywhere. They are here. Nobody is going nowhere at all. Now all of us, it's going to happen to. And so my people, that's really what we have for you guys today. I pray that you and your family will weather this storm, and it will not come to you. But that is our prayer. But we are also totally yielded to our God and whatever He decides that is the best for us. God is always thinking the best for us, and so we know that He will not allow anything that we cannot handle to come to us. And even if any of us happens to catch this disease, we know that God will not allow it to overwhelm us. He will still show us what to do. Okay, so please guys, always do your best to take care of your family. Wash your hands. That's the simplest thing you can do. I know there's scarcity of hand sanitizers, but man, they have told us the most effective thing to do is to wash your hands with soap. As long as you can wash your hands with soap. Can you imagine that this disease is so dangerous, but still the methods that you use to fight this disease and beat it are the simplest things that you can find around you. Like using soap, not even expensive soap and water. I mean, how cheap can that get? Any kind of soap at all. Wash your hands very well. Get into the places that are hidden, your knuckles, the tips of your fingers, your webbed portions of your fingers. Wash it very well. Please don't, if you're in a public place, don't use the towel to dry your hands. Just let it air dry. It is better. Okay? And if you're going to touch after you wash your hands, if you're going to turn off the tap, take toilet paper and turn off the tap. Take toilet paper to open the door, and before you dispose of that toilet paper, don't recontaminate yourself. And special thanks to all medical people in the medical team, frontliners. We have a lot of our brothers and sisters in the UK, in the US, in Canada, in Dubai, in Italy, all over the place, who are frontliners, who are doctors, nurses, healthcare workers, health givers, people who work around these facilities. Our prayers go to you. Please stay safe. And they've asked all of us to do is to stay home so that they can be safe and do the work they're doing. When we don't stay at home, when we go and party and mingle, then we get sick and we end up in hospital, and then we stress the system, and then we overload the clinics and the hospitals, and then they become stressed up, they make mistakes, and we expose them to dangers of catching this virus. If you know anybody who is a health worker, please make sure that you contact them, send them texts. They are busy, they may not have time to read it, but anytime they have an opportunity, let them see that we're praying for them and we love them. And you can even order things for their families and send it to their families. Remember, as mothers, they are not at home, they are working extra shift and extra hours because of this illness. So you can buy something online and send it to their address. That's a good one. So to send it to their kids, you can call their kids at home and make them feel happy because mommy and daddy are not at home. All right, guys, from all of us here in Toronto, we continue to say that we love you and we pray that God will see us through this period and we'll make it in one piece. Love you. Bye bye.